What's going on there? I'm Joel. This is Ben, and I'm trying to take away his haircut. Anyway, I'm here to talk about the light dumbbell training system. This is a Joe Blow's perspective. I am not a physical trainer. I'm not certified as a physical trainer. I haven't done peer-reviewed studies. I haven't studied peer-reviewed studies. I simply go on YouTube and look at people's videos and their opinions about peer-reviewed studies. And the biggest takeaway for me about doing light dumbbell training, as popularized back in the day by Eugene Sandow and recently revived on the internet via YouTube by channels like GoldenEraBookworm and Fitness, is that you can actually get gains from it. For me, I started this like a month ago, right? And I'm using the 5-pound dumbbells. I started off the workout wrong, where I was like doing the contractions and everything. The movement's too fast, and I finally looked at Forgotten Fitness's channel, and I started doing them slower and, really focusing on contracting the muscle. The weight is supposed to just be an aid in helping you to focus on the actual muscle contraction and doing it voluntarily, like you would with like the whole mind muscle max outing muscle connection thing. You're just thinking about flexing the muscle like you would in like an isometric squeeze of some sort. And this actually produced very good results from me. And I started off using lower rep ranges of like 30. I'll show the screenshot of the workout right here. This was from Golden Era Bookworm's channel. I hope he doesn't mind me using it, because I honestly just, I'm too lazy to like produce this content myself as far as doing all the charts and graphs and crap or the list of exercises. But this is from his channel. I give him the credit for this. He took the time to really research this project, and so has Forgotten Fitness. Again, they have great content on this. If you want to learn more about Bronze Era athletes or strongmen like Eugene Sandow, Professor Attila, Arthur Saxon. But anyway, this is actually a fairly decent workout. I have supplemented this with chest expander exercises for my back development, since a lot of these exercises mainly focus on your abs, your chest, and your arms, your back to a lesser degree. But I have had hypertrophic gains in my chest and my arms, and I have also built up some muscular endurance as a result of this type of training. So again, this has been going on for a month, doing this kind of training. And I've actually liked the way that it feels. It feels good to just have, the self-discipline to take, an hour at the max to do this workout, given that you're starting to push towards the 100 rep ranges. I'm starting to get some cutting going on with my abs, and I'm really liking the results. I don't think that this workout in and of itself should be the only training protocol that you employ, but there may be benefits to it before you get into doing like 5 RM strength training. And the hypothesis on that is that because of the myonucleic overload factor, that there could potentially be benefits that you can even get more strength gains from doing this type of workout as a precedent. But as far as myonucleic overload goes, that's still kind of being researched, but it's being hypothesized that starting off with myonucleic overload training, or at least a training that produces that effect where more satellite cells are being incorporated into muscle tissue in order to overcome whatever type of stress is being imposed on them, may have benefits later on down the road in building greater strength than you would if you hadn't incorporated that type of training. This is, I think, still in a stage of debate. It hasn't been completely proven yet, I believe. You can look up that topic on YouTube, but hopefully there'll be some people out there who have the credits and all that to their name through the ACSM or, NCSA or whatever other organization they got their 4-year, 6-year degree on from, and hopefully they'll put some serious research into this as it being part of a long-term training protocol that would precede strength training, because that would be interesting. Could myonucleic overload from light dumbbell system training be able to play over into a strength program? If so, why not utilize that? I'm not going to bother getting too heavy into the whole idea of myonucleic overload. I'll link another video by Golden Era Bookworm about that subject, since he made a video on it. But for me, again, I've had hypertrophic gains from this as well as muscular endurance gains. Muscular endurance being that you can be able to handle the metabolic stress of a workout for a longer period of time. So I'm not necessarily building strength per se. I'm not becoming like stronger where I'm lifting much heavier poundages, but I think that my muscular endurance has increased as a result of this kind of training. I do this 6 days out of the week as recommended in Eugene Sandow's literature, which again I learned about by Golden Era Bookworm and Forgotten Fitness. All this information is just basically a reiteration of all the things that I learned from them. But I'm hoping that by sharing this video, you'll kind of get an idea of what to expect. at least a month in. I'm going to aim to do this for 6 months. So this is basically going to be the start of a series of videos about this particular method of training. And for me, I have had some gains from it. I've had some chest and arm development. I feel a little bit in my back. I've been starting to supplement with chest expander exercises, which I haven't done as disciplined enough as I've been doing the light dumbbell training. But, I definitely feel that in my back. So if you have the money to spare, I would order, a chest expander from eBay, preferably a good one, because the ones made in China, like the springs, eventually they'll start to lose their tension. They get warped out and everything. So get a good one. The time constraints, you can usually get this workout done within an hour. It feels good to just have a routine where 6 days out of the week, you set aside an hour of your time to, get this workout knocked out, of course, doing it the correct way where you're doing the reps slowly and focusing on contracting the muscle. Eugene Sandow had actually, again, this is from Golden Era Bookworm. He had these special dumbbells that he actually marketed where you had to squeeze the springs in these two halves of a dumbbell, and you would have to squeeze your fist around the handle of the dumbbell so that way you were producing tension in your hand and while focusing on the actual contracting of your muscle. So I think that if you're a person with joint issues or something like that, light dumbbell training may get recommended to you. I'm not a physical trainer, so I'm not recommending this to you. I'm saying it might get recommended to you due to that fact. If you have some sort of joint issues and you're kind of limited on what you can do for your workouts. If that is the issue, then the hardest exercises for you are probably going to be the ones like the push-ups and the band-resisted push-ups. Anyways, I hope this video was remotely helpful. Again, I'll have links to Forgotten Fitness and Golden Era Bookworm's videos on this particular subject and style of training down below in the description. So if you want to go check them out, there'll be a lot more information on it. This is just a documentation of me employing the system. Anyways, have a great week. Be safe.